Cash Money Morgan, and my lovely guest today. Please give it a warm welcome to the one, the only, Jeff Wilhoit.
Nice. Thank you, Morgan.
You're welcome. Like the little intro music.
I love it.
You know, I didn't have the Bass Pro jingle or anything. So Jeff and I just randomly went on this walk, and we just saw this monument back here. No, I'm playing. Jeff, where are we right now?
Well, you might not have the best guest this week, but you definitely have the best backdrop of any backdrop.
That's right.
That's for sure.
The best backdrop.
We're at top of the rock.
It is beautiful here.
It is.
And what exactly is this statue that I'm looking at?
That's called the End of the Trail statue.
Nice.
So believe it or not, a husband and wife team, Alan and Patty Ekman, made that out of paper.
Wow.
And then we put bronze over the top of that.
Out of paper.
Out of paper.
That's insane.
I know, it's crazy.
Okay. The little things. It's the little things, the story. I love a good story.
That's right.
So Jeff, welcome to Keeping Up with Cash. Thank you so much for being here.
It's an honor. I'm nervous. Like you're big time.
No, I do not feel big time, but that is such a compliment coming from you. Well, Jeff and I actually met at Thunder Ridge, so shout out to Billy Dove for letting me come to Thunder Ridge. We love you, Billy.
Yes.
And Jeff gave us an awesome exclusive tour of everything going on at Thunder Ridge, so that was so awesome. So Jeff, I feel like you are one of the heart and soul pieces of Bass Pro, and we want to get to know you.
Okay.
So can you give us a little bit of background on, where you're from, family, and what your job role is?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm from a small town in northern Missouri. It's called Chillicothe. It's a small rural farming town, and went to school at the University of Missouri in Columbia and got a degree in travel and tourism.
Okay.
I picked that because it was the easiest.
Hey, we're communication studies around here. We understand.
And so, went to graduation day, had the cap and gown sitting in the folding chair, and had literally no idea what I wanted to do. And the commencement speaker that day was this guy named Johnny Morris.
Never heard of him.
And so he finished his speech, and by the end of it, I was like, I don't know who this is, but I'm going to work for this man someday. And so went up on stage, got the diploma from the dean, and then shook Johnny's hand, and I just knew somehow, some way, I was going to work for this man someday. And it worked out. It was, I promise you, it was not one thing that I did. It was the Lord. It was all the Lord. But it's an amazing journey that I've been on so far. So
that's so cool. And I think that's so real. Like, I remember being a senior, and it's right in April before you're graduating. It's like, wow, okay, so what actually am I going to do?
Right.
And it's just cool how all these little moments in life will lead you to exactly where you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
So what is your current job role?
That is a great question, and that is what a lot of my friends want to know. What do you do? I see you travel all over the world, but what do you do? So my actual job is in the marketing department. I'm in the marketing department at Big Cedar Lodge, but do a lot of crazy jobs.
No, I love that. We are marketing over here, and I understand people, somehow marketing is going on videos, it's going on doing interesting things, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does a day look like for you then?
So I have kind of three responsibilities. One is I make a lot of videos. So fly a drone a lot and make a lot of social media videos, Instagram videos for Big Cedar, Top of the Rock, and all the other properties. Yeah. So I do that. And then one of the fun things I get to do is host celebrities when they come, or VIPs. They don't have to be a celebrity. Instagram influencers, people like that.
There you go.
So take them around the property and tour them. So that's a lot of fun. And then the other thing I do is really, I'm kind of like the president of the Big Cedar Fan Club. Okay. I am so passionate about this place.
I love that.
I absolutely love everything about it. So I end up giving a lot of tours to people. Maybe they're coming in to see Johnny and meeting with him, or maybe they're a VIP, but I give a lot of tours. So I do that. And then I am very fortunate that I get to travel a lot with Johnny. And so we get to go to a lot of fun places, and I document and take pictures of a lot of the trips that we go on.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Let's give it up. That's so good.
Yes,
that's a lot going on.
It is full time.
That's
that
busy,
is for sure.
8-hour Monday through Friday situation.
Yes.
Yeah. And also, you have a family.
I do. I've got a beautiful wife that was my neighbor in Chillicothe.
Okay.
So we've been together.
I'm like, can you spell Chillicothe?
Yes.
Like, my brain is like not processing for some reason.
Oh yeah, it is. So yes, we were neighbors growing up, and so we've been together forever.
Nice.
And we have 2 boys, and Graham and Briggs. And Graham
awesome.
goes to College of the Ozarks. He's a freshman.
Okay, Graham. Okay.
And Briggs is a senior in high school at School of the Ozarks.
Wow.
So they have a high school now. They have a K through 12 school at College of the Ozarks. So
that is cool. Okay,
very
CFO.
fortunate that they get to go to school there. It's the best. I think it's the best school ever. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, going back real quick to you and your wife. So were you guys high school sweethearts, or was it like right before college, like I love you, bye? Like what? You know what I'm saying?
She was in high school, and so she's 2 years younger, and I was a freshman in college. Yep.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. So, okay, you mentioned a lot of trips. I know you've recently gotten back from some trips. Can you speak to some places you've been to this past year?
How about we just go 30 days back?
30 days.
It's
I'm going to be
hang
like, 30
on.
days ago I was in Mexico, and he's going to say how the country.
It's been a wild 30 days. We'll start back 30 days. I was in the Arctic Circle.
Okay.
For a week. We were fishing up there on the Tree River, which
each place you say, can we rank it out of 10?
Ooh.
Arctic Circle, 8.5.
Yeah, it's up there. I don't know if you've seen the show Alone. It's where they drop you off in the middle of nowhere.
No, that
but
probably would scare me.
Yes, so they filmed one of the seasons up there. Wow. So it is literally you're 200 miles from the next closest human being. So it is in the middle of nowhere. You have to actually.
It's probably my dad's dream.
You land in a float plane right on the river. That's the only way to get there is to land right on the river, and it's the only place you can catch these massive Arctic char. Which are these beautiful fish. Maybe we can insert a picture here.
Insert picture here.
Okay. So they
the marketing king.
That's right. They are beautiful fish. And got to go up there, and Johnny actually broke a world record.
Okay.
And his son, JP, broke a world record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some slight. Just
no big deal.
Yeah.
So they are just beautiful fish. And so we got to go up there with some great folks and fish. And then, been all over the states for then the following 2 weeks, Utah, Wyoming, all over. And then 2 weeks ago, let's see, we were in Nova Scotia, Canada.
Okay.
Yes.
Some slight.
Catching some large tuna. We're talking 900-pound tuna. And Morgan, get this. Guess what we do with them? This is the coolest thing.
You throw them back.
We do.
Do you? Okay.
Yes. So it's part of the Johnny Morris Foundation, and it's called the Outdoor Fund. And so it's a not-for-profit, and we use that money to partner with the University of Maine.
Wow.
And their scientists partner with us, and we put GPS trackers on the backs of these tuna.
Wow.
And bring them in the boat, put the GPS tracker on, and then send them out on their way. And then after a year, these GPS trackers float up to the surface, they contact a satellite, and they download all the information of where that fish swam and where it went, how deep it went, the temperature of the water for the past year. And so we've been going up there for many years, and we just got the data back from last year's trip, and the tuna we were catching went to Spain.
What?
Yep, and then they come back to the same spot. Only God could work that. Scientists,
is wild.
Their brains are the size of a dime, and scientists still to this day do not have any idea how they navigate underwater. They swim 1 mile down in the ocean, deep. 1 mile. And they, this fish that we tracked swam 10,000 miles and came back to the same spot. And scientists have studied them for many, many years and have no clue of how they navigate.
That's insane. I'm
know.
so bad because I'm like, not this fish getting more travel time than me.
Yeah, I know.
And also the joke, insert, they always come back. I'm like,
yeah.
No, but
so
that's
Johnny,
incredible.
Yeah, Johnny caught, I believe, 7 of them. And we were able to install GPS trackers on all these fish. And yeah, it was just a blast.
And I'm sure, scientist-wise, that's just great knowledge to understand the lifespan and what's going on with these fish and everything.
Yep.
Wow, amazing.
Really cool project that Johnny's a part of. So I think a lot of people just think he puts his name on the rod and reel and then doesn't even go fishing. But no, he's out there in the middle of nowhere testing the products. So it's really, really cool to stand back and be a fly on the wall and watch him do these things.
This is probably a weird question, but it's like I have so many guy friends that have kind of like their own fishing companies, or like they're trying to be fish influencers, whatever it is. Do you and Johnny watch fish YouTube channels and that kind of thing? Like, do you keep up with anybody and that kind of thing?
I don't know if he does. His son JP is an influencer on Instagram and TikTok and all over it. And one of his videos, he shot one of those. Have you seen the flying carp that jump out of the water and fly through the air? He shot it with a bow and arrow. in midair. And so I think it has over 50 million views. So he's definitely an influencer, and he watches a lot of YouTube videos.
Was that like just one try, or that?
I would say he's one of the best in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Yep. So going back to what you said earlier about your job, you're driving around celebrities, you get to meet these people.
Yep.
Can you speak to maybe the coolest celebrity in your mind you got to meet, or was there like a certain situation you're like, man, that was cool? Or,
yeah.
Or I'm like, man, that was weird. Like.
Yes. Sorry. There's been a few of those. There's been many instances where I just look around and I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening. And I doubt anybody's going to believe me that this is happening. I can think of a couple stories that I can tell. There's many that
that's
I can't.
We get it. I've signed an NDA before. We understand.
Right. Let's see. One of the coolest people, I think, was Kevin Costner. Okay. I'm a big Costner fan. Okay. I think he's an incredible actor. And so unbeknownst to me, I picked him up late at night. This is like end of 2017. And he gets off the plane in a Western coat with a cowboy hat and jeans and boots, and the coat has a Y on it. And I'm like, wow, he's kind of into the Western wear. Yeah. And so he said that he just started filming a new TV show, and so we got to talking, and then I didn't think anything else about it. And then 2 years later, I'm at home.
Watching Netflix.
I'm at home, and I turn on the TV, and then this show called Yellowstone comes out, and the first scene he walks out of, I picked up John Dutton that night, basically. So,
iconic.
He had the same outfit on from the set because he told me
outfit.
Exactly. He told me he just came from the set and directly flew here, so he had the exact same outfit on. So that was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
That was really, really cool. And then I think one of the coolest people that I've been around many, many times that comes here a lot is Peyton Manning.
Really?
He's just such a genuine person. He and his family are just great people. And so has
that swayed you football-wise to change teams or anything?
No. No, but he's definitely one of the best guests.
Dude.
Yeah, he's a solid guy. Yep. And just a solid Christian man, too.
Really? That's awesome.
Yep.
That's the only thing is I've met Tony Romo and I've met the guy from High School Musical, and it's always weird, like when I meet someone that's kind of famous, then I'm always like, man, you're kind of shorter than I was expecting. That's always been my reaction, but I'm like, yeah, cool. So going back to Bass Pro then.
Yep.
Okay, so you graduated college. You're like, man, I want to work for Johnny Morris.
Yeah.
So how do you go from there to here?
Well, it wasn't directly after college. I went to work for a greeting card company called Hallmark Cards.
Wow, okay. Never heard of it.
You might have heard of it. No. And I was the head writer.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
He's like, all those cards, like, Mary Chrysler, that was me.
That was me. No, it was not me. So they actually have a charity that Hallmark started. They own Crayola and a lot of other companies. And so this charity travels around the country, and it allows children to make art using all the leftover Crayola products and Hallmark supplies, and it's called Kaleidoscope. And so I worked for Hallmark in downtown Kansas City at Crown Center, where the ice skating rink is and everything. Yeah. And so they have a big building there called Kaleidoscope, and hundreds of kids come per day. So I worked for them for about 3.5 years, and then got a call from a dear friend of mine that's a consultant for Big Cedar and for Silver Dollar City. And so she remembered that I did my internship at Silver Dollar City when I was in college.
Wow. And internships matter.
I just spoke at College of the Ozarks last week, and I told them the number one thing is get an internship. Yeah. It's the most important thing.
The podcast is also looking for an intern.
There you go.
Just gonna throw that in there. So
there you go. I'm telling you, it's a perfect way to kind of test drive a job.
Oh yeah.
Whether you like it, and maybe whether they like you, and a lot of times it works into a full-time job.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So. So she called me and said, hey, Big Cedar is looking to start a training program, and we thought of you. And so I came down, interviewed, and my parents had brought me to Big Cedar right after Big Cedar opened.
Wow.
So it was in about 1990, I think. Big Cedar opened in 1988, and I think I came down in 1990 right after it opened, and I just remember staying here and driving through the waterfalls and just how such a cool resort it was. So I jumped at the chance, and then I remembered that Johnny Morris owned it and Bass Pro Shops, and so it was the perfect fit. And so, yeah, I started in January of 2000, so coming up on 25 years.
Oh my gosh, excited!
I know.
I have a big party.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, it's been an adventure. And I started as the training manager, so I started doing a lot of tours and new hire orientations. So that's
nice.
Yeah, that was really fun. And then just got to be a part of watching it grow. I just stood back and watched it grow. And you know, the cave trail that's up here at Top of the Rock, just got a chance to walk behind Johnny as he was just walking through the woods every day, and he would take that orange survey tape and tie it around the trees and just carved out a 2.5 mile path on the cave trail. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
No one's going to drive down this thing.
He's like, we have Apple Maps, bro. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
and of course, you know, obviously I was wrong. I think yesterday, over 3,000 people went down the trail yesterday.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. And it blows my mind because I'm always just in Springfield being like, oh, Branson. But then you come here and it's like, wow, people from all over the world come here.
They do.
You know? And it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
It's world class, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you got in there for training.
Yep.
So you've obviously been here for, you said, almost 25 years. How did you be able to really cultivate a relationship with Johnny Morris on that level where there's so much trust?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Like, my personality.
No, yes. I honestly, I ask myself that all the time, and I've just come to realize that it wasn't me, and it was the Lord. It was the Lord that set that all up. I made a few videos that he had seen and liked them, and so he invited me on a trip to Canada a long time ago, and that worked into another trip, and then I guess he just saw a few things that he liked, and then I don't know. I guess maybe he trusts me. I don't know. I have no idea. But
Jeff is a good guy, though. I feel like since the moment I met you too, I can just tell you're very genuine and authentic, and I think that's something that people can tell out of people pretty quick.
I hope so. I just love showing off what Johnny's built because, I mean, he's such a visionary, and I don't think he gets enough credit. A lot of people call him the Walt Disney of the outdoors, but he's, you know, so much more than that. He has the vision, but then he has the heart to give back. I mean, just look at this place we're sitting. A lot of people would build this with his resources, would build this just for themselves. Yeah. He wants to share it with others, and this is Thunder Ridge is another great example of that, of sharing with others. So, and that whole Thunder Ridge, all the ticket sales and proceeds to that goes back to conservation. There's not another arena in the country like that. Yeah. So I think he's got the vision, but then the heart to go with it is pretty special.
Yeah, and I think just one thing you've been talking about is a lot of nonprofit stuff, and I think I love that and how that's so important to you and also to Johnny. So were you really big into nature and fishing and all of that before you worked here too?
I wasn't as much as when I started. I wasn't as much, and then he really opened my eyes. A lot of these trips I get to go on, I'm like, my goodness, there's so much out here. Yeah. We need to be outdoors more. Right. And then, that was a long time ago. And then now with cell phones and social media, it's like, oh my goodness, people really need to get off the phone.
Touch some grass.
Yes. And get out into nature and really experience the world. So, he's got me more in touch with nature for sure.
And that's so good. I mean, like exactly what you said, like unplugging, going for a walk, just getting in touch with reality and appreciating what's around you.
Exactly.
That's so good. So I did creep on your LinkedIn. And I did see two cool things. Okay. You were actually awarded 2 different awards from Bass Pro.
I was?
Were you aware of this? Okay, just kidding. The Passion Award and the Volunteering Award. Can you speak to any of those?
Yes. The Passion Award was a huge surprise. I got the first one at Big Cedar. Please stay seated. Stay seated. I don't know. I think they just thought I was passionate and crazy enough that maybe we should give this guy an award. He's always here working, and we should give this guy some award because he's always here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have and that's one thing that Johnny always talks about, especially when he speaks to young people. And I've heard him speak to several different college groups, and we were just at Texas A&M. He got an award from the Bush family, and we were at Texas A&M earlier this year, and he spoke to some students there. And his main message is, you might not have the talent, but if you've got the passion, and
one thing about me is that I don't play games unless it's ping pong at Classics Yard. Classics Yard is Springfield's #1 social sport and game center. It is located in the back of Classic Rock Coffee Company headquarters and next door to the Riff. Coffee, sports, music, what more could you want? Located at 1900 West Sunset Street in Springfield, Missouri. Be sure to check them out, play some games, and reserve your event today. Visit www.classicsyard.com.
Desire, that's all it takes, and that's how Bass Pro started. Really, is passion and desire. He and the team of people that built Bass Pro, they didn't have the book knowledge or maybe the degrees that you would at other companies, but they had passion, and that's what is important.
That is so good. I mean, isn't that quote that passion beats hard work when hard week? Yeah, something like that. Insert quote. Okay, so breaking up a little bit, I call it like the girly pop section. What's a fun fact about you? Because my podcast listeners know that I'm goofy, fear of eyeballs, love ping pong.
Fear of eyeballs?
Yeah.
Do you have a fear of eyeballs?
I do.
Really?
Yeah, something happened when I was younger. I have an origin story, but yeah, I like my gut reaction to seeing is like throwing up. Yeah, so that's mine. But any fun fact about you, maybe like a fun fact that people might not know about Bass Pro or something like that.
Well, another cool thing about Bass Pro. So one fun fact is I'm a NASCAR fan.
Okay.
Like big into NASCAR.
Okay.
And I have always wanted to work for NASCAR, but it didn't work out. It worked out for Bass Pro. But Bass Pro is probably the biggest sponsor of NASCAR of any of the other the companies, and so I've been able to go to a lot of races.
That's so
cool. Set kind of behind the scenes in the pit box and see what it takes to run a NASCAR team and to see what the pit crews go through. During a race is so interesting, and so that's another super cool aspect of the job is
Don't be shy. Favorite driver?
So,
or team or whatever.
Well, favorite driver is Martin Truex Jr.
Okay.
I had so he's the Bass Pro driver. He's retiring in just a couple of weeks at the end of the season. But he and I and some other guys got to go with Johnny to Brazil on the Amazon River. And go fishing for these special fish called peacock bass. Wow. And so just to hang out with him in a boat, you learn a lot about a person when you're in a boat with him. So, he's definitely my favorite driver.
So my thing is, like, I'm a yapper. Like, I love to talk. And you're not supposed to do that when you're hunting. But fishing, too, I've heard you're not supposed to do that, too.
Well, we break
some
those
sign language?
rules. No, we definitely break those rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. What's the craziest fishing story? Have you had anything? Obviously, you just kind of mentioned earlier. Yeah. That's a pretty good one.
That's a pretty good one. Catching these, I didn't catch a tuna, but I did catch an Arctic char, which is pretty rare. I guess. A lot of people would have. Yeah, a lot of people have told me it's pretty rare to catch because the only way you can catch it is to go all the way up there to the Arctic Circle. So
wow.
So yeah, that's probably one of the coolest fish. And then the peacock bass. Those are really, really fun. So if you've never heard of peacock bass, you have to look them up on YouTube. So it's the hardest striking freshwater fish. So it's like when they hit the bait, it's like an explosion happens.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That is wild. Have there been any challenges that you face, having this current role where you just pick up and leave, this and that, or, balancing work, family, kids, social? Like, what's that like for you?
Yeah. I usually get about an hour's notice of these trips, so I do have a go bag
pack. It's like time to get a singular Uber. Like
no, but it's fun. I'm very fortunate. I have a very understanding family, and they're like, "No, you got to go," because these experiences, I could never do. These experiences, I would never be able to do on my own ever, and so to be able to kind of be a fly on the wall and go through these experiences and take pictures and videos, and it's a blast. And so my family's super understanding. And yeah, if there's times where the boys have some special event, absolutely I can say no, and he completely understands.
Yeah.
So it's great to work for a company that has your back and says family's first.
Now, I would say, what is your favorite part about all of it? Bass Pro, Big Cedar, golf, Ozarks. Oof. I know, it's like just a chill little question. Yeah.
Of all the things to do.
I guess all of it. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a really low. We can break it down. I mean.
You know what? Here's what we should do.
Tell me.
After we wrap this, we're going to insert the video of the favorite thing to do at Big Cedar. And I think a lot of people would be surprised.
Okay.
There is a hidden underground 40,000 square foot museum right over here underground.
Wow.
And we're going to get to see some cool stuff. The flag that was on Lincoln's casket, Lincoln's hair, George Washington's hair. There's no eyeballs.
How do we? Thank God. How do we have their hair here?
I'm not sure. But our scientists are busy taking the DNA out of the strands of hair.
They're how do we make more hair appear on young men? Okay, I'm just kidding.
So we're going to get to see some cool stuff.
Okay.
How about that?
Period. I'm down for that.
I think it's one of the coolest things ever.
Okay. And going back to career, obviously I'm Gen Z and I do have my own business and all that stuff, but a lot of people job hop and things like that.
Yep.
And the economy is kind of interesting right now and people want to travel, all the things. But for someone like you who's been at a company for 25 years, your life is invested in this, you're locked in, it's beautiful. What advice would you give on finding a company that you really want to spend the majority of your life at or career at and grow with?
Yeah, that's a great question. You're right. A lot of people will go to another job for 20 cents more an hour or something and then go to the next one. And I honestly don't understand that because I'm from a different generation where you're loyal, right? I mean, once you start a job, you're loyal. But I've always said, do more than what you're paid to do, and then someday they'll pay you more for what you do.
That's good.
And so I've just always tried to go the extra mile, and I've never said the words, that's not my job. That's not in the job description.
Yeah.
I've always done more than what's in the job description. And so I don't know. That's my belief. I understand that that's not everybody's belief, but that's what I do.
Yeah, no, that's good. And especially working so closely with Johnny Morris, what are some characteristics that you'd say that you look for in a good leader?
I think honesty. Just completely honest and trustworthy. And when you tell somebody you're going to do something, you're going to do it. And I think that's something missing a lot of nowadays is just good, solid people,
Yeah.
Just good, solid people.
Yeah.
Not like some fancy degree or something, just honest, hardworking people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what I would tell young people. Just be honest and work hard, even when you could take a shortcut and no one would ever know the difference, right?
Yeah.
Don't take the shortcut. Do it the right way. Somebody's going to find out.
That's good.
Yep.
That's really good. What's your favorite thing about Branson?
Ooh, Branson.
Do you go to a lot of the shows or anything much?
I have, yes.
Okay.
I've been to a lot of them. I love the Presley family.
Okay.
I think they've got a great show. There's a lot of great stuff in Branson. Lake Taneycomo, just being on Taneycomo downtown, I think getting out on a boat in Taneycomo and going down by the landing, I think that's super, super fun. And then, there's just a lot of great shows in town, but I do love the Presleys.
That's cool. I'll have to check it out. Gotta check it out. So for businesses trying to become like Bass Pro, what would you recommend to them or say, as you're growing, keep this as your core foundation, that kind of thing? Because it's very cool to see Bass Pro grow and invest, but still be so focused on the little things like the GPS and that fish, or the nonprofits and conservation, that kind of thing.
So I think it's the details. So I love this. This just happened not too long ago before I met you. It was about 2 weeks before Thunder Ridge opened, and I go out to Thunder Ridge late at night, and Johnny's out there, and he's got 8 pieces of metal laid out, and he has me turn on my flashlight on my phone on, and he goes through each piece of these. They're all a different shade of gray. And I go, what are you doing? And he said, I'm picking out the restroom stalls, the urinals, the metal that's going to be in between the urinals, and it's got to be this right shade of gray. I'm like, what? This is the guy that runs Bass Pro and is this visionary that has all these multiple businesses, but he's worried about the details, and he's worried about the tile on the floor. And so I think that says something about him, is that the details matter. Mm-hmm. And when you go in a Bass Pro store, you know it's not like any other retail store because every store is different. So you're looking up at the ceiling. Every time you go in the Granddaddy store in Springfield, you see something different. I mean, just look up for once when you go in a store. I mean, it's crazy what's on the ceiling and all the intricate details in the floor. So the details matter. The other thing is just passion and hard work, which we've talked about earlier. Johnny always talks about passion, and the other thing he talks about is creating value for customers. He always says it's not worth any more on someone else's shelf, or on your shelf, than it is someone else's. So
that's good.
Always create value. And why do they want to come shop with you? And that's because service. Could you get a fishing lure on Amazon?
Absolutely.
Yep. But when you go to Bass Pro and you buy the lure, that person's going to tell you about it. And this lure is going to work for this type of fish and in this kind of conditions. So service is another thing that he is very passionate about, and creating value for the customers and the guests. So you got to have value.
Yeah, that's good. So now we're gonna do some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Kind of fun.
Here we go.
And also, guys, chill out. Usually, my listeners know, like, well, the motorcycle's downtown. We got some wind, got some paper. It's okay, you guys. It's keeping up with cash. I mean, check it out,
who
guys.
Who could complain about this?
Seriously. Gorgeous. This is definitely not downtown Springfield. There we go. So, rapid question number 1. Favorite golf course here?
Here?
Yes.
Oh, that is a great question.
Thank you.
Mountaintop.
Oh, why?
Yeah, probably weren't expecting that, right?
I was not.
So Mountaintop is a 13-hole walking-only course, and the views are insane out there. And especially right now, in the fall, absolutely beautiful. So, Mountaintop.
Favorite food here?
Ooh, you got to go Warman. 28-day aged filet.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If you've never eaten at Warman, and it's a special, it's a date night, it's a anniversary, something special, you got to go to Warman.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Favorite musical artist?
Ooh, Alison Krauss.
Ooh, okay.
I'm kind of like a super fan.
Do you play fantasy football right now?
I do not play fantasy football.
Do you not? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I do not have time. I'm working all the time.
That's tough. Well, I'm losing right now. So, favorite sports team?
Favorite sports team? Does NASCAR count as a sport?
I'm going to count it as a sport.
I mean, definitely the Chiefs.
Okay.
And definitely the Royals for baseball. Very fortunate. A lot of the Royals come here and get to hang out with them, and just a great bunch of guys on the Royals baseball team right now.
Nice.
My favorite golfer is Scotty Scheffler.
Okay. And why is that?
Because he's a devout, strong Christian man, and
awesome.
He's just awesome. Besides getting arrested, he's.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Everyone makes mistakes. No, he's awesome.
And then, what is the ideal Friday night? My listeners know it's like, if I got a whole Friday, I'm not doing anything. I got like 5 places I'll go to. What does that look like for you?
Okay, do not laugh.
No laughing.
Okay, so there is one constant in my life, and that's when I'm in town. I'm gone quite a bit, but when I'm in town, Friday nights are sacred at our house for my wife and I.
Yes.
It's called Murders in Mexican. Okay, so we go to a Mexican restaurant, we carry out, and we get the exact same order every time.
Okay.
We go to Tequila Two's in Branson.
There you go, little plug.
Yep, and then we come back and we watch Dateline.
There you go.
Or some type of a murder mystery. We're big into the true crime.
True crime.
That's right.
That's how you fall in love, you guys.
That's right. Find someone that loves Dateline as much as you do.
That is awesome. Well, Jeff, I know you know so many little intricate parts about Bass Pro, Big Cedar things. Is there anything that's like little special things that you're like, if you ever come to Top of the Rock or get to experience, you should definitely do this?
I would say what you and I are getting ready to go do.
Okay.
I would say absolutely every single person in America needs to see this.
Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Last week I went to the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And they have a American Indian museum that's 4 stories. It's gigantic.
Wow.
And it doesn't even compare to what we have underground here at Top of the Rock. It's incredible.
That's amazing.
So we're going to get to go see it.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited. Okay, Jeff, so bring it back to my neck of the woods,
Yes.
Spring Vegas. That's what I like to call it.
Yes.
Do you have, rapid fire questions for Spring Vegas.
Okay.
Favorite place to eat in Springfield?
Ooh, that's easy.
Okay.
Farmer's Gastropub.
Not Taco Bell.
Not
Okay.
Taco Bell.
Okay.
Farmer's Gastropub.
Okay. Well,
Okay, guess why?
we need the story. What's
Okay.
the story time?
Guess who owns Farmer's Gastropub?
Okay. I've met him once.
Okay, his name's Andy Hampshire,
Yes.
and he's from England.
Okay.
And so in 2001, he was living in England. And I was able to go over to England because I worked in human resources at Big Cedar. And we were looking for interns to work in our culinary program.
Wow.
So I flew over to England and interviewed Andy in England.
Amazing.
Yes. And he became an intern at Big Cedar. Met his wife, Misty, here at Top of the Rock. Andy moved up, became the chef at Top of the Rock. Then he became the executive chef.
Wow.
Then he went to Highland Springs, and then...
Which is where I can get ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he bought this restaurant called Farmer's Gastropub, and now it's absolutely amazing.
So
and
good.
he's got JW's Kitchen. So,
Boom.
So really cool little Big Cedar story with Farmer's Gastropub.
So how did you know when you were interviewing him, you were like, this is the guy?
Well, I didn't know that he was going to be. He was wild when he was young, but no, I just knew that he had the talent. And we got a lot of great interns from England and different culinary schools. Got to travel all through England, Scotland, and Wales. Interviewed hundreds of people, and our internship program here is amazing.
Yeah.
In fact, you may not know this.
Tell me.
And I don't think we've ever even released it. This might be breaking news.
Breaking news.
We are building 2 gigantic college dormitories, basically, on the campus of Big Cedar, behind the scenes.
Oh my gosh.
And we're going to be able to house over 600 new employees and from all over the world. And these buildings will be done at the beginning of next year.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. It's super cool.
Wow. So
It's super
where
cool.
does that passion come from from
So
Donnie?
yeah, we've always had a great J1 program where we go look for long-term internships. It's not just the 3-month; it's like the year-long ones. And so these J1s come over from other countries and learn skills that maybe from our culinary team, or they work in other departments. And we put them through a rigorous program to learn. We have this amazing thing called the Culinary Excellence Program, and we actually teach them. It's not just here, just
Right.
chop these potatoes for 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's an actual program. And so we literally go all over to South Africa, to New Zealand,
Wow.
all over the world, and find the best interns and bring them over here.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible. So a question I have for you is, doing so many incredible things, traveling, growing in your career, what are your goals now? Whether it's fishing related, sports related, NASCAR, or just really career goals, like what would you like to see happen in the next couple of years?
I've done so many things that I never in a million years ever dreamed I would get to do. So, man, I don't know. We've got
That's
some
good stuff.
big things in the works at Thunder Ridge
Okay.
that we can't talk about. But
That's exciting.
we're going to have quite a lineup for 202025. So
let me know.
I'm super excited.
He's like, Taylor Swift. I'm just kidding.
I did not say Taylor Swift.
He did not say Taylor Swift.
But there's going to be some amazing concerts and events. Not all concerts.
Okay.
So there's going to be some amazing events out there. So I'm excited to watch Thunder Ridge grow personally.
Yeah.
Yep. Johnny is so passionate about Thunder Ridge, and he wants this to last for generations and generations. It's called Thunder Ridge Nature Arena for a reason. When you were out there, you noticed you didn't see anything but nature, right?
Yeah, just
and so
like
it's
360 views.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. If you've never been to a concert at Thunder Ridge, oh man, it is special. It is absolutely special. So it's only going to get better, and I'm excited about the 2025 lineup.
Oh my gosh, so good, so good. So a few last questions. We were talking about Springfield. Favorite thing to do in Springfield?
Besides go to Bass Pro?
Besides go to Bass Pro. I mean, that's the only thing you do there. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
My favorite thing to do in Springfield, I know this is biased, but it's to go to Wonders of Wildlife.
There you go.
It's incredible.
I really need to go.
Wait, you haven't been?
No. I'm kind of weird
What?
because I know I have not been to Silver Dollar City.
What?
I don't like roller coasters. I've not been to Wonders of Wildlife because I'm just like, man.
Okay. This is sad. I am taking you
I'm aware
to Wonders of Wildlife.
I do want to go one of these days. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
One of these
I haven't had like a reason to go that's like
Now you do.
I know, now I do.
We're gonna go to Wonders of Wildlife.
Okay, there it is. We're gonna vlog it. I might get into Shark Tank. I'm just kidding.
You live right next to the number one aquarium in the U.S.
I know.
Voted 6 years in a row, the number one aquarium in the U.S., and you have not been. And you live right by it.
I know. But
no,
I do
stop with the excuses. There is no excuse.
Okay, so I need to go do that. What are top 5 things that you feel like someone needs to do, whether it's all Bass Pro related or whatever? What's the Jeff Wilhoit top 5 you must do these things if you're going to be in Missouri?
You got to dive with the sharks at Bass Pro.
You've done that?
No, but
okay.
I think it would be fun.
All right.
Right? What else? Well, I mean, you definitely have to go to Bass Pro.
Yeah.
You could spend hours.
I've been to Bass Pro. Yeah, I mean, I've been there.
Well, yeah, but you could spend hours in there.
Okay.
Eat at Hemingway's, spend a whole day there.
Okay. Okay. I feel like I could spend like multiple years here. I don't know, I've been in the gun room, I bought a shirt.
Yes. And then just a few minutes away is Findlay Farms.
There you go.
It's in Ozark, but it's close.
It is good.
And man, there's so much to do at Findlay Farms.
Yeah, Findlay's beautiful as well. Awesome. Well, this is good. As we're coming to a close, thank you, Jeff, so much for coming on the pod.
Oh, absolutely.
This has been such a fun time, and it's just great to kind of get an inside scoop of what's going on Big Cedar Bass Pro.
Yeah.
Anything fun you'd like to share? I mean, obviously Thunder Ridge, big things coming,
yes.
but
well, there's another big thing coming.
Tell us.
I don't know if I can say much.
Okay,
but
say it in Pig Latin. We'll have to guess it.
So we have 5 golf courses.
Okay.
But we're building another one.
Ooh, a mini golf? I'm just kidding.
Well, okay, we're building 2 more.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
shoot.
Yep.
That's exciting.
One of them is out by Paynes Valley.
Okay.
And it's going to be super cool. And so Johnny's designing it, and his son JP. And
wow.
I honestly think it's going to be the coolest par 3 course in the U.S.
Wow.
So
oh my gosh.
They're working hard on it. Lots of people out there working on it, and hopefully that will open next year.
Yeah.
Early next year. So we're excited about that.
Oh my gosh,
and then lots of big news to come very shortly on what's going on up here at Top of the Rock. A lot of people that have been here before probably saw that giant sinkhole.
Yeah.
And everyone's probably asking, what are they doing with that whole
just
sinkhole?
One big massive hot tub.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
And so there is a plan, and hopefully we can say soon what it involves. But it does involve a golf ball.
Oh shoot. So are you in all those planning meetings and stuff like that too?
I'm not. All I do is follow the visionary around with a camera, and he comes up with these ideas, and I can't even believe what he's saying. Some of these ideas, and he's just such a visionary, and he comes up with all these creative ideas. And
so cool.
Yeah. So
love it.
It's gonna be the talk of the town, that's for sure.
So for people to keep up, just stay on social media, and then posts will come out in the news and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Instagram is a great way. Big Cedar, and then Top of the Rock has their own Instagram account as well.
Nice. So, follow.
Yeah, and then our golf has an Instagram handle too.
That's
Golf
right.
Big Cedar.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the pod. We end the pod every way. Favorite song, favorite quote, and what do you want your legacy to be? He's like, oh, I completely forgot about that.
Oh my goodness.
This is completely out of the blue. No.
Oh my goodness.
So hopefully you have something to share.
I mean, favorite song is hard. It's basically anything by Alison Krauss.
Allison, Allison, you see this? I'm so sorry. I will be tuning in.
So any bluegrass song by Alison Krauss. And then what was the other one?
Quote.
Favorite quote?
Yeah.
Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right.
Ooh, Jeff with the zingers. Okay. I'm going to think about that the whole ride home. And then legacy. What do you want your legacy to be?
Oh, boy. Probably that my boys thought I was a great dad. And my wife thought I was a great husband. And that's really all that matters to me.
I need you to write a book. I need you to write a book so I can, like, give it to people, like men that I see on the street. Like, hey, guys. So you be locked in.
Honestly, that's awesome. When it comes down to it, that's the best thing. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Thanks for having me. It was an honor. It was fun. You're amazing at this.
Thank you. You're amazing at this.
No, you're amazing. No, you're amazing.
No, you. I'm just kidding. Guys, Jeff is awesome, and I think, you know, for all you guys to be so high up in an awesome company, it makes me want to just hang out here more, knowing that everyone's so fun and so great, and being able to, so honored to even be here, getting to record here. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
To my listeners, we're always doing fun stuff. Follow all the Instagrams, buy the merch. If you want a custom merch, if you want something specific, just message me.
Get that Bass Pro hat.
Get the Bass Pro hat.
Where do you get those?
Bass Pro, Give Me With Cash collab. I'm just kidding. Yeah, where do we get these?
Yeah, no kidding.
Actually, get them at Wonders of Wildlife. After the aquarium tour. I'm so bad. I will go. And
I'm dragging you.
I'm gonna rate it on Yelp too.
Okay, I'm dragging you
5 stars. Seriously, guys, Bass Pro, Thunder Ridge. It's an awesome company. They're doing awesome things. So plug in, and the podcast. Keep up. Only fun things going on from here. So
that's right.
Keep on keeping up with cash. Okay, love you guys. Bye.